script template. Where's my review template? Uh-oh. Where did the reviews? Right there. Review template. There we go. Okay. So sadly, chat, as far as the definitive Frameloss PlayStation 1 game rankings, Tonka Space Station is now ranked number 2. It was completed on 6/6/2024. Oh, we gotta put some zeros in there. Make it look snappy. Well, there's too many bubblers. Okay. It doesn't have... There is no Metacritic review for this. This came out in the height of video games, the year 2000. Made by Hasbro Interactive. The story. So, okay. The story of the game was what? Tonka Joe wanted us to help build a space station and give us promotions based on menial tasks throughout the system. I mean, even as far as a kid's game goes, the story is kind of weak. I'm gonna say story, for whatever lack there is, is a 4. That even seems high. 3. Was that too low? I feel like you weren't working for the Megacorp Tonka in their process of colonizing space, given menial tasks, complete, rewarding, efficient behavior, giving you new titles instead of any form of financial compensation. Yeah. Gameplay. Some games, the gameplay was awesome. I thought the boss fight was great. I thought the racing was fantastic. Might have been a little... The tracks might have been a little too narrow, but the handling was fair. And the spider game was really good. But we'll get into that. Gameplay is going to get a 5. Right down the middle. Some handled well, some did not. Sound. There was a lot of silence in this game, if I'm being honest. We knocked Parasite Eve for this. I couldn't unhear the shark noises. There was a lot of silence in this game. Some of the sounds were really cool. Like the bonking off the pipes was a good sound. But the spinning up of the boss laser was quite harsh. Sound is gonna get a 3. Graphics. Now, as much as I hated Tonka Joe, I thought the Tonka Joe cutscenes, even the one where he demoted me, you fuck, were really awesome. I loved those. I wanted more of those. I wanted more of the grainy Tonka Joe footage being like, you gotta help with the shit's falling apart. I wanted more of that. I love that stuff. I didn't really. The graphics were probably the best part of the game. But there were also parts where it was like you couldn't tell what the hell was going on. Graphics are gonna get a 6. Like the warp tunnel, the perspective of what you were gonna run into. Yeah, it's like 5 or 6, but the inclusion of the Tonka Joe cutscenes is what bumped it to a... like, it was sitting at 5, 6. And then the Tonka Joe cutscenes were really what was pushing it up. Fun factor. Fun factor is a hard 2. Even if the games are fun, even if the racing game I thought was fun, even if the boss battle I thought was fun, even if the spider bot was fun, I have to keep doing those missions over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. The fun factor is a 2. Fuck that. What does that average us out to? Average calculator. I don't remember. This is what we got. Okay. 35362. 3, 5, 3, 6, 2. Average is a 3.8. It brings us to a 4. So a 40. Wait, how did we... Wait. We did this wrong. We did this kind of wrong. Because this should have been like a 30... We'll just... 30, 50, 30, 60, 20. Get rid of this circle. You should have columns for each score. I do have columns for each score in this spreadsheet. There's a column. Look at. What do you mean? Oh, you mean putting the the fun factor and all that? That's too many columns. Unless you want that. Chat, do you want me to include... Do you want me to include these in... Rafine says no. Kansu says yes. Rob says... Rob, I understand why. Rob, you're asking me to program. You're asking me to spreadsheet more than I want to right now. We're gonna take a sip of this beverage. Livid, I just cut up the juiciest watermelon I've ever bought, and one of the Tupperware containers I'm storing it in is like half full of watermelon juice. What are you gonna do with all that juice? What are you gonna do with that juice? Chug, 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 chug. Amphu, it's not a question of learning how to do it, because that's not gonna be that bad. Because I already know some Excel. The problem is just do I want to do it? Consu, what if I just gave you editing rights to this? Well, so the real question is, so, because this could break. I don't want this to break anything. When I insert the next game, I'm gonna have to go here and do like insert one row above, because these are gonna move around a lot. So will that fuck with it? I'll give you editing rights, but we'll talk. So that was Tonka Space Station on the PlayStation 1. Tonka Space Station. What a game. Tonka Joe. Thank you, Rafine, for the redemption. I hate to see you leave, but I love to watch you go, Tonka Space Station.